Cobra Nation, this is Cobra One signing in. Hello, my lovely fans and people and all that. Sorry I haven't been posting lately. This video's been promised for a minute, and here it is for you guys. Work's been crazy, but I'm here now, and that's all that matters, so we're gonna get into it. Alright. So as you saw from the title of this video, we're gonna talk about how to deal with toxic leadership. We talked about what happened to me in my series on toxic leadership, part 1 through 4. If you haven't seen it yet, go check the description down below. So I'm going to talk to you guys in this video about how to deal with toxic leadership, or counterproductive leadership, as the new hot term that's been hitting the Army. So, alright, so we're coming out of war. Right now, Europe is priority number 1. I deployed to Europe with the 101st Airborne back in 22 to 23. I was there for 9 months. Some FOBs were built, stuff like that. But still, there's no imminent danger pay when you go to Poland. It's just like going to Germany for a rotation. That's all it is. You're just there to be there. So right now, Iraq and Syria, right? They're sending dudes to Iraq and Syria, but they're not sending active duty. They're sending the National Guard. So that tells you one thing. 2 reasons. Either we need people, it's that serious, or we don't need people and it's not that serious. I am not shitting on the National Guard, as I'm trying to get in the National Guard myself. I love all my Guardians in every single state. But that's just the reality of the matter. They're sending the Guard because there is a bigger threat going on in Eastern Europe. If you guys look in history and you look at the world, look at the news and see what's going on, you see why things are happening the way they're happening. Like all of a sudden we pulled out of Afghanistan and now we got troops in Eastern Europe. Funny how that works. So as a result, active duty units are just training for LISCO, long range combat operations. We're getting out of GWOT, going into LISCO. So we're garrison now. So a lot of the old heads that I grew up under that were deploying to Iraq and Afghanistan back to back to back to back, they're saying, man, this shit's fucking gay. I'm getting out. Fuck this shit. And what's happening now? They're desperate to promote people. So they're promoting people that... I said this in my series on toxic leadership. 5 years ago, my first sergeant and platoon sergeant, those fucking shitheads would have never been leaders. With their behavior, I was in shock that the Army allowed that. But looking back now, I'm not so shocked. Because they needed to fill those positions. So toxic leadership is growing more and more stronger. Because you're promoting people with less standards that shouldn't be in charge. But they gotta do it. Also, the old heads that are in, I want to also talk about sexism and no discipline on females. Listen to me. The majority of my audience members are females. I love all you lovely ladies, and I am not a sexist. I'm here to tell you, I have seen too many women that are badass bitches that can hump it with the boys and go kill some shit. I cannot tell you that women don't belong in service, because I've seen too many that can, that are emotionally mature, that have it together, that don't use their menstruation as an excuse, like, oh, I'm on my period, so I can't control my emotions. Nah, bitch, shut the fuck up, put your rock on and go walk. No one fucking cares. I've seen women that are like that can control those emotions and say, yeah, I'm gonna do it, I gotta suck it up. And then tell a dude, hey, you're being a bitch, suck it up. I have seen too many women that are good. But there's an issue in the Army. I brought this up in my videos on toxic leadership. Females are being allowed into positions solely based on their gender without proving themselves. And there are women that have proved themselves and have earned those positions. Here's an example of this. My company commander. I'm not going to release her information, but I will tell you. She's the face of the 82nd Airborne Division. I'm going to say it again. She's the face of the 82nd Airborne Division. Why? And I'll tell you why. Looking at her as the face, there is no other way I can explain how she got that position other than she knew people and she fucked people. Now that's fraternization. That's not allowed in the Army. Who's she fucking? She's fucking high-ranking people to get her way. How is she getting away with this? Well, when you guys get into these organizations and you truly see how it is, you'll see some women fucking their leader above them. All of a sudden, they get everything they want. That happens in life too, unfortunately. But everyone joins the Army because that doesn't happen. Well, it fucking happens. It's a matter of how often does it happen. And right now, you got the old heads that aren't at war. They're bored. They want a good OER, a good NCOER. Yeah, let's promote this bitch. I mean, she fucking sucks. I'm getting out of the Army in a year. It's going to look good on my evaluation report. Fuck yeah, let's put her up there. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's fucking happening. My Cobra Nation service members that are in, you're seeing it the way I saw it. No one can deny it. No one can fucking deny it. So, what I'm going to teach you guys in this video of how to deal with toxic leadership. You can be disciplined. You can adhere to good order and discipline and still make a fucking stand. I made a stand. Yeah, I got kicked out, but guess what? I went down swinging. I stayed in months after those cocksuckers wanted to kick me out. And they had to kick me out illegally by sending my chapter packet to the brigade commander to have him sign it before he reviewed the evidence. Or to start my chapter process before he signed the fucking packet. That happened. Because they knew I got an attorney. They knew that I got character witnesses. I had a major speak at my board on my character, who shut down my fucking leadership and pointed the finger at them for their incompetencies. Now, why did the prosecution push this, knowing this bullshit? I guess my commander was fucking him. Could be wrong. I'm not going to accuse that person of doing something she didn't do, but being that she likes to fuck everybody to get her way, it wouldn't surprise me. Now, number one on how to deal with toxic leadership. Number one, don't take shit from them. Number two, if possible, get away from them. Now, why is number one? You can't always get away from them. I tried to get away from my platoon sergeant, and that lying little fuck. But if you leave, I gotta write your NCOER, and it'll be bad, and you'll never promote the staff sergeant. Army regulations. QMP doesn't start till you're a staff sergeant. My stupid ass believed him. I should have known he was lying. But I held on faith to the NCO Corps that I once loved and trusted him. That was a retarded mistake because that dude is a scumbag and there's a special place in hell for that motherfucker. So it goes back to number one. Don't take shit from them! Number three. Be 100% morally straight. Now, here's what happened with me. Now, you all know I attempted suicide because of how my leadership was treating me. One of my fucking buddies, who actually is not a buddy, I'm sorry to say this, dude. You're a sheep and you're submitting to them, and I'm disappointed in you for it. He said it was completely my fault. They tried to help me. No, they didn't. No, the fuck they didn't. I did things that were inconvenient to my platoon sergeant, but were the right way of doing things because he's fucking lazy and wants to do the easy left over the hard right. So what did he do? After we had a conversation about something I did, where I was right, calls me back in the office, initiates my separation, and tells me the counselings he gave me are somehow going to get me an other than honorable discharge because he has so much power. He doesn't. He's a little man with a little cock and a huge amount of insecurity that he just won't grow out of. And you know what? Looking back now, attempted suicide was stupid. Why would I want that cocksucker to run my funeral? And I'm telling you, Cobra Nation, don't let that cocksucker run your funeral. They don't get to run your fucking funeral. Fuck them. Because here's what happened to me. They found my Article 15 from Campbell. Immediately, the day after my second article, initiated separation on me. Then they lied at my administrative separation board saying, we tried to rehabilitate him, it didn't work. Okay, then my attorney said, okay, but you gave him an article and the day after initiated separation. Yeah, well, we couldn't rehabilitate him. Why? Because he was in the hospital. Why was he in the hospital? Because we care about him. My first sergeant was such a lying little pussy. No. I got an Article 15. The day after, they initiated separation. That day, my platoon sergeant got in my face trying to intimidate me, trying to bully me, because he's got a tiny cock, and he told me, you're going to get an other than honorable discharge. So I said, fuck it. It's time to die. So I slit my wrist. I then proceeded to lose approximately 2 liters of blood. I made sure to bleed all over the 4th floor of the barracks. And I'm very happy that it was very obvious, like, yes, I tried to kill myself because of these faggots. And then I was sent to the hospital, not by command team, but because I was bleeding to death and I needed surgery to reattach my tendon because my hand wasn't working. That's why I went to the hospital. They will lie like dogs. Loyalty, duty, respect. Selfless service, honor, integrity, personal courage. Those are the 7 Army values. My soldiers in Cobra Nation, you know them. You know them well. These motherfuckers know them, but they know how to get around them and they know how to squash them. And if they think they can get away with it, they'll openly say, fuck that. My way or the highway. And that's what my leadership was doing to me. They were lying under oath at my board to kick me out. Instead of being fair and impartial and maybe saying, oh, let's just move into another battalion. He won't be a problem with us. And if he's a problem there, they'll just kick him out. No. They were mad that I got them in trouble for being shitty fucking leaders because I was getting the finger pointed at them for the way they were treating me. The adjacent company commanders in 1504 hated my CO so much that they would IG her. I have never heard of another company commander IGing another company commander. You must be incompetent and emotionally immature and worthless for that to be you. I couldn't believe it. I never seen it get this bad. And the reason is because she was a woman and the old heads, like my battalion commander, would not discipline her. When she would, and I remember her, she was bragging about, oh, I got sassy with the battalion commander. Yeah, you know what happens to another commander when you get sassy with the battalion commander? He gets a fucking Gomar. What do you get? Oh, she's having a bad day. No. Equal rights, equal fights. If you're going to slam him, slam her. It's the same shit. And if you really think she can't handle it, why are women in service? So you're telling me that we're going to go on a patrol and we're going to stop to make sure the lady's taken care of? Because if I recall throughout history, that's the fucking reason that they never allowed women into service. And it's not true. That's a sexist stereotype. I've seen some badass women that could go murder somebody. Alright? I'm actually going to do a video of this crazy ass chick that I served with in the 101st. You guys are going to see that later. Be straight though. They dug into my AMR files. They didn't even look at the awards I had. They simply decided, yeah, we got him. If you're 100% morally straight, then at that point, they either gotta go, oh shit, we're fucked. Or they're gonna make some shit up. Whether it be falsifying counselings, that never happened to me. Actually, no, it kind of did happen to me. Or getting people like officer friends whose dicks you sucked to lie at an administrative separation board to say things like, I counseled him several times, and then try to ask for those counselings. And then not only one, are they not provided because they don't exist, two, you can't bring up counselings from a previous duty station because they are to be destroyed upon reassignment, ETS, or retirement. So, they got dirt on me, and this goes to number 4. Get dirt on them. Now be careful. I was trying to get dirt on my CO. She knew this. They knew it so well that I was trying to get dirt on her. I wanted to get her career destroyed the moment I met her. I did not fucking like her the moment I met her. And neither did that entire battalion. Aside from the people that were fucking the shit out of her, they liked her. But get dirt on them. Find out and have proof behind it. Have proof. For example, I attempted suicide a second time. Why did I try to commit myself suicide again? Because when I was in the hospital, and believe me, I was getting better, my CO was bashing me to the psychiatrist. It was just personal hatred about me instead of a commander wondering about the welfare of her fucking soldier. So, I get discharged from the hospital and I was going to behavioral health, and they were terrified of me. I felt like they were scared of me. And I was scared of going to behavioral health, to Robinson Behavioral Health. By the way, fuck Robinson Behavioral Health, you people suck! And I couldn't figure out why. Well, I was losing my mind. I went nowhere in behavioral health. They didn't even care about goals. Like, well, this is just a safety check. Okay, can I have some therapy? Can you help me? Oh, do you want to die? Well, if you want to die, you got to go to the hospital. If you don't, and I'm like, oh, gee, Robinson Behavioral Health, maybe people want to die because you're not trying to help them. Hey, do you want to die? Oh, hospital. Yeah, no shit, I'm going to fucking lie after that, you fucking faggot, you fucking retard, you fucking queer, fucking pole smoker. No shit, I'm going to fucking lie. So I said, fuck it. I overdosed on sleeping pills. Found myself in the hospital again. My psychiatrist started asking me, did you threaten your CO? Did you threaten your CO? I was repetitively being interrogated about supposedly threatening to kill my CO. I never did. I called her a dumb bitch and said, fuck that bitch. That dumb bitch doesn't give a fuck about us. Because she's a dumb bitch and the only thing she cares about is what's going in her fucking cooch. So she started pressing behavioral health. She kept telling them over and over again that I threatened her. The 15-6 investigation from my article found no evidence of me threatening her. It was just me harassing her. My own platoon sergeant, as much as of a lying little weasel faggot that motherfucker is, he looked me in the face and said, you didn't threaten her. And he wrote the counseling himself. Just called her a dumb bitch. Why was she pressing that? She was so emotional and so mad that I did that she kept pressing behavior health to try to get me to admit it. Instead of, I don't know, letting me get help so I don't think about wanting to fucking kill myself every 5 seconds. And you know what I did? Right there, I got dirt on her. My psychiatrist loved that woman. She's an angel from heaven. Told me what she was saying about me. And I said, I didn't threaten her. Are you sure? I'm like, well, how do you not know about this? She told me the behavioral health officer assigned to me, who I never met, which is weird. I have a behavioral health officer and I don't talk to the guy. This dude goes through my records, makes my appointments. Again, fuck you, Robinson Behavioral Health. You people fucking suck. And he's making all these clinical assumptions about me. Well, you know, my psychiatrist said, I don't think his commander likes him. And he goes, well, he did threaten her life. And I said, what? She goes, yes, Robinson Behavioral Health believes you threatened her. And I said, Alright, this session's over. I will not go back to Robson Behavior Health. What are you gonna fucking do? Give me another Article 15? Do you think I fucking care about a third article? Do you think I fucking care? So I left. I asked the tech in 6 South to give me a phone number for IG. And I called IG. Now, this goes into number 5. I used IG. Used the chain of command. Tactfully. Utilized EO, Sharp, and IG. And I filed an IG complaint against her. After that, I heard nothing about her saying that I threatened her ever again. A week later, she sent the Rear D commander of 1504, while I was at JRTC, to issue me a barter re-enlistment. And then they illegally ordered dudes to go in my room, my barracks room while I was in the hospital, to proxy clear me against Army regulations. Then lose my shit and tell me, if you didn't end up in the hospital, this wouldn't have happened. Now you got to pay for it. I didn't pay for shit. I got CID on you faggots, and you guys got fucking schooled. I was burning that place to the ground with litigation, no matter what. Either I was leaving and going to White Devils, or I was burning that place to the ground with litigation before I left. I drove out that gate laughing, knowing the shit I caused them. Fuck you people. These people care. And when I told my sergeant major about everything that was going on, he was pissed. And I don't know if he did. He said he looked into my counseling packet. I mean, I'm out now, but knowing him, he probably did. He was a good sergeant major. He definitely didn't like my platoon sergeant, that's for sure. But then again, who does? He's a pretentious little faggot. Six, study your Army regulations. Going back to ADP 6-22, study that. Study AR 600-20. Study AR 670-1. Study 722. Study any Army regulation you know is going to improve you. But you, my moral Cobra Nation follower, use that brain of yours to help your soldier. Alright? Think about the mission and the guys, and think of you last. You can win any war, any conflict, and you can create an unstoppable force by following the 3 M's: the mission, the men, and me. And that includes women too, again. The men means the personnel. You're